Hello, everyone. I'm Emilio. This is Paul, and together we are two dudes with a point of view. On today's episode, we are going to talk about 5 things you can do while on your cruise. By the end of this video, you'll have 8 or 9 of them, but there's going to be 5 important ones with a few things thrown in.
It could even be more than 8 or 9 of them.
It could be, but before we get started, let's cue the intro video. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to today's episode of 5 Things to Do on a Cruise Ship. Paul, why don't you start us off with the very first most important thing to do while you're on a cruise ship?
Well, the most important thing to do is once you get to the cruise ship, you're going to find your way to your room, which is very important. You need to know where you're staying.
Yep.
And then what you want to do is you want to explore the ship, but the most important place to know is where is your muster station. Now, this is really important because safety on board is a primary function of the ship.
Number 1.
And videos where they introduce you to the emergency and evacuation plans for the ship. Not that you'll ever need them, but when you're exploring, find your way to your muster station. I think that's the most important thing to do on a ship.
First thing that I like to do while I'm on a cruise, and every cruise company has it, whether they give you the paper copy or the digital copy, is what I want to call the daily planner. Basically, what this does is it gives you a rundown, hour by hour, of what's happening on the cruise ship the following day. And you will know the times that the breakfast is starting in different restaurants. You'll know what time shows are happening. You'll know what time kids clubs opens. If there's pools, waterworks, rock climbing walls, go-kart tracks. You'll know what time mini golf opens. You'll know what time the spa opens. You'll know what time the shows are going to start. Who's going to be playing? Is there a comedy show? You're going to know what time the lounges are doing special events like origami, wine tasting, chocolate tasting, if that's a thing. There's so much to do on board. And the one way to truly maximize your full vacation is to know what's happening on your vacation.
It's kind of like your Bible for the cruise ship.
It is like your Bible for the cruise ship. It's your step-by-step guide to truly enjoy your vacation.
What I like to do is I like to explore all the bars and lounges. Now, in your daily planner, you'll notice that there's a variety of events. There could be piano players. There could be bingo. There could be ice carving, wine tasting, all kinds of events going on throughout the ship. And this usually happens in some of the bars or lounges. Now, some ships might have 3 to 5 bars and lounges. Others might have in excess of 15, 16 bars and lounges throughout the ship. I like to have 1 or 2 bevies myself.
Me too.
When I'm on board. And I like to be entertained while having 1 or 2 bevies. And usually it's just Emilio entertaining me. So
yes.
I have to find out.
I'm the unpaid talent on the cruise ship.
He is.
Leading to that, that's why it's very important to know where your room is, because maybe you have 1 or 2 bevies and you need to find your room at the end of the night. And the last thing you want to do is wake up that cute couple from Vermont at 3:30 in the morning saying, "Oops, sorry, this isn't my room."
Because you had the wrong cabin.
Yes.
Or lost your card.
Yes, it was a very embarrassing evening, but hey, I bought them dinner the next day and all was well.
Absolutely.
Wow. One of the other things that I love to do that we both enjoy is the spa on board. Now, they do where you can purchase daily spa packages, or they have where you can purchase a weekly package for the spa. Now, it is an additional cost to your cruise, but to me, it is the best money you can possibly spend on a ship. Now, I've been on big ships, I've been on small ships. The spa itself was impeccable. Now, they have the regular spa where you can get all your massages, your Swedish and your jiu-jitsu and your seaweed and your mud and all this other stuff and bamboo.
Did you say jiu-jitsu?
Yeah, it's a special type of massage. You have to deal with someone that understands it. And there's so many different treatments that they do on the spa, which is unbelievable. Again, additional cost, but something that if you've been saving for the dream vacation of a lifetime, it's something that you may want to check out.
Spoil yourself.
Exactly. Now, for the actual spa itself, these spas are loaded. Every single spa will come with a therapeutic pool. It's probably about I'd say 8 by 14 foot pool where they put lavender scents and all these healing oils and minerals and everything into it. and it's just something that's very, very relaxing. It has the bubble jets in there. It's something that is just unbelievable. It's great to enjoy, and usually attached to these therapeutic pools is a hot tub as well. So you can go right in from one and go right into the next. Now, I'm going to give you guys my routine when I go because that's all I can tell you, because it's all that how I experience my cruise. But the first room I go into is the sauna. And I go in there for about 10 to 15 minutes, and I just sweat it out. I let my pores open, and I just start to feel so much better about myself and how I'm feeling. And the real cool thing about the saunas on the cruise ship is that they always have this one big massive window that just lets you see the water as you go by, or maybe you're in port that day and you get a beautiful view of the city that you're in, and it's so great just to unwind and to enjoy the features that the spa has to offer. Now, the next room that I normally go into, and don't laugh, I go into the steam room for a total of about 45 seconds.
Because you can't breathe.
I can't breathe in these rooms. The eucalyptus, I believe it is, that they use, the steam, it's so overwhelming for myself, but I see people in there all the time, and they love it. Paul, I know he can last in there 5-7 minutes. I'm good for 45 seconds in the steam room, but I get in there, and man, it's so overwhelming. I'm not a steam room guy, but
My favorite.
It's his favorite, but it's something definitely to try. Now, on some of the newer ships, you're also going to have what they call a snow room. Now, this is my favorite room. For those of you guys who don't know me, I wear shorts 12 months a year. This year I wore them 11 months. There was a little month, there was a month there. It was really, really cold. I threw on some pants, but I like to wear shorts. So I love going into this room with just my sandals and my shorts on. And people think I'm crazy. The room is like minus 8 degrees, but it's such a nice feeling after coming out from the sauna, then the steam room, to go into the snow room. It just cools you right down. It brings your body temperature back to where it should be. Probably goes, a little bit below. It's an unbelievable room. It's very enjoyable. It's something that I love to. I'm so glad I've added to my cruise. The next room I go into, and the last one, is the salt room. It has great big salt rocks in the middle and all over the wall. And it's just nice to breathe nice and freely. At first, I thought the rocks and everything was fake. But when you come out of that room and you lick your lips, like, you can taste the salt from the room. And yeah, it's really good because you don't have to add any extra salt to your food. It's the best meal of the day right after that one. But the salt room is absolutely amazing. I love it. Just makes me feel great. And then they have all these stone heated chairs that are just unbelievable. You go lie on it. You got the heated stones. The chairs conformed. So it's nice lounger. I fall asleep on those things for 45 minutes a day when I go in the morning. The change rooms are beautiful. They come with towels. They come with robes. They offer you teas in the sauna room.
And the
there.
biggest showers on the ship.
And they are the biggest showers on the ship. But all day they got teas, oranges, apples. They got orange water. They got kiwi water, cucumber water, lemon water. They have so many different things to replenish your and get you hydrated again. And it's just an unbelievable room. On most ships, I believe it's about $199 US per week. To me, it is the best money. It's something I include in my budget every single time I go on a cruise. And if you try it once, I believe you will agree it is the best money spent at sea. For those of you guys who have gone on a cruise and gone in the sauna, leave some comments about what your experiences in the saunas that you visited and what was some of your favorite things to do. Now, before I pass this back over to Paul, if you guys can just do me a favor, you see the button right down there. Please like the video if you feel any of this information is informative to you. Also, if you can hit the subscribe button, it really helps out the channel. It just shows YouTube that people are engaged in our videos, they're watching our videos, and also gives a notification anytime a new video comes up. We won't email you, spam you, or ask you for money. It just really helps the channel, and we would really appreciate it.
Awesome.
Yeah. What else should we do on a cruise ship, Paul?
Well, one of my favorite things to do when I get on board is to find out the dining alternatives.
Oh, dining. I love food.
I kind of enjoy food.
Yes.
With a nice glass of wine.
Beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, don't get me wrong, no matter what you eat on a ship, It's going to be phenomenal.
5-star, even the
It's-
buffet.
The buffet, like the main dining rooms, the food is just fantastic. The chefs, the staff that work behind the scenes. It's the largest. It's actually the largest members of the crew are the kitchen.
Yes, because they have to cook for 4,000 or 5,000 people.
But the food is unbelievable no matter where you go, no matter what ship you're on. But dining alternatives, a lot of the ships will have dining alternative options, which are specialty restaurants that you have to pay an extra charge, but they'll have dining there that you wouldn't otherwise get through the main dining room or through the buffet.
Okay.
For example, some places will have a steakhouse. Some places will have a seafood alternative. Italian. Mexican.
Teppanyaki.
Teppanyaki, which is like that's a go-to every time. Teppanyaki is where if you haven't done it before, where they do the meal right in front of you.
Yes, it's in a group of about 10 people, and they start singing and dancing.
Dancing, and they throw the eggs. I love how they throw the eggs in the hat. And
it's a talent.
It's a talent. I can't do it. I break the egg every time. But dining alternatives, again, it will be something that you do have to pay a little bit extra for. But even if you have to experience even just once a cruise, I think it's a great night out, and it's a great way to just get away from, just do something different again and exploring what the cruise has to offer.
I agree. And the charges for the specialty dining restaurants, I don't find them out of whack. Like, we go to Cagney's on Norwegian all the time. It's what, $35 a person, and I'm ordering a porterhouse.
Yeah.
Name a steakhouse that you can go and get a porterhouse, 3 sides, a starter, and dessert. You can't find it anywhere.
You wouldn't get those prices ashore.
No, and it's just a great alternative. You're very, very right, Paul. It's something very, very enjoyable. And yeah, if you are going on a cruise, maybe even if it's just one specialty dining restaurant. A lot of them have French, like Paul said, the teppanyaki, the Italian, the steakhouse. It's a very, very fun option. It's a great night out where you can even dress up a little bit and spoil the person that you're with.
Yeah, and that's a very important note is if you are doing alternative dining, they may have a different dress code than you're used to. So if you are going to do it, you need to be prepared for, okay, what's the dress code for that restaurant?
Yes.
Remember the time that we couldn't go?
Yeah, we couldn't go because someone didn't have any pants. But anyways, I travel with only shorts, and underwear because that's why I'm traveling, because I'm going on vacation. A restaurant asks me to put on a pair of pants. I maybe whine or cry a little bit. I respect their decision, and then I go eat somewhere else because I have to eat. So, now the next place I want to talk about is probably one of my favorite stops on the cruise ship before I go to the room at nighttime, and that is the casino. Now, it should not be one of my favorite stops on the cruise ship, but it is. And I truly enjoy the casinos on a cruise ship as a great way to have like a nightcap, to go, try Lady Luck, which I don't seem to have any of. But these casinos are full loaded casinos like you're going to Las Vegas in a smaller scale. They have all your favorite table games from blackjack. Some of them have the Caribbean stud, 3-card poker, ultimate hold'em poker, blackjack switch, craps tables, roulette tables, slot machines, penny machines to $5 and $10 machines. They have absolutely everything your heart desires in all the popular games that you see on land, whether it be slots or table games, they have on the cruise ship. Now, again, it is an extra charge, but it's something that if you can limit yourself and maybe bring a couple extra bucks just to try Lady Luck, just listen, losing $20 in the slot machine, there's no shame in doing it if it can give you half an hour to an hour of entertainment before you go back up to the room. Or maybe, just going throughout the day, you got enough sun and you want to stay in a nice air-conditioned environment, have a beer, and maybe, try your luck. But the casinos are absolutely beautiful. The one thing I like about them is I get to meet people from all over the world that deal in them. I also get to meet people from all over the world that are playing in them. The casino hosts are absolutely great. They take care of me phenomenally while I'm on board and off board. But yeah, when you're there at nighttime, maybe after the show, you go try Lady Luck in the casino. You have a little bit of fun, even if you just go and you watch others doing. One thing I noticed that I really enjoy is you'll see group cruises go in and they all put in $10, and most of them go to the Wheel of Fortune machine, and they put all the money in, and everyone comes and takes a spin, and after everyone's has taken their spin, they see what they have, and then they decide if to continue, or do they all just take back whatever's left, whether they've made a profit or if they've lost a couple bucks. But the amount of fun everyone's having is absolutely unbelievable. And people say, yeah, well, you can't win on a cruise ship. I have seen $10,000 jackpots pulled on the slot machine. I have had a very good luck and very good pull on a slot machine myself while I was on a cruise. But I do it because it's just a place for me to relax, have a couple drinks before I go off to bed at nighttime.
Yeah, and just keep in mind as well, so that you know, most casinos, well, all casinos, when you're in port, they will be closed. So hey, the tables are empty, I should go now. It's probably because you're in port and they're closed.
That bad experience one time. Still drunk, but anyways, on to the next, Paul.
The performers on board are unbelievable.
The entertainment's incredible.
Entertainment, top to bottom. Even one of my favorite things to do is towards the end of the cruise is they have the crew talent show.
It is hilarious.
You'll see like the housekeepers and the dining room staff and the kitchen staff and all kinds of people getting involved and just showcasing their talents. But the entertainment on board, top to bottom, in whether you're in a lounge listening to one of the piano players or the house musicians, or in the evening time, the primetime entertainment is the entertainment team on board put on phenomenal shows. They work their patutskis off. I mean, they're rehearsing all the time. They're doing everything that they can to make sure that their performances are the equivalent of Broadway.
Well, and speaking of Broadway, most ships now have a Broadway-style show on board.
Yeah, and the and it's fantastic. The thing that impresses me the most is usually because the ship's already moving when these shows start, and these people are up on stage performing, doing crazy stuff, doing all this dancing and stuff, and the ship's moving back and forth, and you're sitting in your chair, and you can't even sit still, and they're performing.
They are, and it's amazing because there's just so much fun stuff to do on the ship. There's the dinner shows where you get to go and they give you a 3-course meal and they put on a show.
Comedy shows.
Oh, the comedy shows are great. And the best thing about the comedy shows, guys, is that if you're going with young ones, they have a comedy show for the family. And then at nighttime, they have the adult comedy show. You need to go in with a sense of humor. And yes, they attack on stuff that has recently happened, usually in society. But the dinner shows, the Broadway shows, like what have I seen? I've seen... what is it? Blazing Boots. I've seen on a cruise ship. I've seen Blue Man Group when I was on the Epic over in Europe. We saw the Jersey Boys when we were on the Bliss for the New Year's cruise.
That's right.
There's just so many Broadway shows that the cruise lines bring in. They do not try to go cheap on entertainment at all. The entertainment is wild. Also in the atrium there, they usually have some shows on at nighttime.
Yeah.
My favorite show, well, the dancing one is funny, Dancing with the Crew, but my favorite show is when they have the newlyweds, the folks have been married for 5, 6, 7 years, and then the people have been married for 40, 50 years. Yeah. The answers you hear during these shows is absolutely phenomenal. But guys,
some of the other smaller shows that they have, well, I guess it would be in the entertainment venues, they do ice carvings. That's considered like a show. They'll do, like they'll have the celebrity chef.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they do that. So they're unbelievable. The entertainment on board is fantastic. Experience as much as you can. You'll have a great time.
So, guys, these are just a few things to experience on board. We just gave you our takes on them. If you have your own takes on them, please leave a comment. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't ask you to hit that subscribe button and like the video if you thought the information was helpful and informative to you. But today's show is now complete. I would like to end it by saying, myself, I am Emilio. This is Paul, and together we are two dudes with a point of view. Have a great day, everyone.